This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Mark Bayer. We're in Cologne here. The second Fury Klitschko Rematch press conference. They know to put on a press conference, don't they?
They sure do, KUGAN. That was something else, really. We're at the RTL building, and incredible, really. Great turnout. The way they laid it on was fantastic. It must have been, with all the balconies and everyone in the crowd, there must have been at least 1,500 people there.
Well, I heard what the guy was saying earlier on. He said there's, I think there's 2,000 people that work here.
Yeah.
And they'd all been given an hour off.
Yeah.
From I think 1 till 2 to watch the press conference. So up and down the 5 floors, that's where you saw everyone standing.
Brilliant. I'm not sure that would happen in the UK. It just wouldn't happen, would it? No, and they said as well, a lot of the RTL team said that the whole building was so excited, you know, to see this go down. And it was hard going the day after such a brilliant press conference in Manchester. Eventful press conference. It was hard going the day after, but there was a different edge to it today. It was something really nice about it, and it was well done, and it was good. You know, I'm glad it's out of the way now. Tyson's obviously been tired because he's having to eat right and train whilst doing all of this, and it's pretty draining. So I'm glad at this particular time it's come to an end, so he can knuckle down to the hard work until the next round comes around.
Tyson, of his own admission, kind of says that, you know, he's there for that entertainment factor, and people kind of expect him to do something out of the ordinary, which he has done in the past countless times. But you do get Tyson in these moods where it's literally the complete opposite, where he sometimes just shuts down and doesn't want to say anything.
Yeah, you can't. You know, the thing is, he is natural. Nothing ever gets planned. He does what he wants to do when he wants to, but he does have quiet periods which people don't realise with him, where you know, you can be around him for long periods of time where he'll hardly say anything. You know, so he's you know, you put him in a situation like this, he is by nature. It doesn't matter whether there's cameras there or not. He is an entertainer. You put him in a room of people, and he's larger than life. He's joking, he's jumping around, he's just, you know, he has got his quiet side to him as well. And, you know, brilliant couple of days, but like I said, time to get back down to the real nitty-gritty with Peter now, you know.
He's going to go into roughly a 10-week camp before July 9th. I mean, he revealed the shape he was in yesterday. We know that won't be the shape come July the 9th, but I mean, was he making a point yesterday by saying, look, this is me, you are who you are to Vladimir, but when it comes down to it, what does it really mean? Because I beat you. So is he making a point by saying that, what he did yesterday, the whole taking his top off? And
yeah, I mean, he's just basically letting it be known that I mean, Tyson's always done that, you know, amateur or pro, since day one of turning pro. He's always done that. He's always put on large amounts of weight and always brought it down. But he's just basically making the point that natural talent will always, you know, as long as you're conditioned, as long as you've got a good engine, natural talent will overcome, you know, someone who's having to, you know, work extra hard at sort of pushing himself through certain technical things. I mean, he's just, I mean, once he gets flowing, Tyson, he's that natural. He can switch stance, change angle, hit you with mad shots from mad angles. He can his jab can be just as effective as a southpaw as it is an orthodox fighter. He's just, you know, he's a brilliant fighter. He knows how to not be hit when he needs to. He knows how to move his head, slip, slide, use his feet to get out of punching range. He knows how, when they're up close, he knows how to grab hold of them and, you know, tie them up. He knows the game really well, and he knows exactly what to do at the right time. And, you know, I think he's starting to get credit for that now. He's making a point to Vlad, no matter what you do, how many hours you put in the gym, how much you pump yourself up, You know, how many machines you go on. I've got your number. My talent, my, you know, being unorthodox and not being the norm, what you're used to, sitting in front of you, will always do a number on you. And that's the point he's making to him.
Is it a risk for Vladimir to come over here, especially having lost to Tyson in his last fight 6 months ago? You know, how damaging is two back-to-back defeats to Tyson Fury for Vladimir? And like I said, he's coming here to take this fight as well.
Yeah, look, I think that it'll be the end of Klitschko's career once Tyson, because I believe Tyson will take him out in this fight. So it's going to be the end of his career. You know, for Tyson is still a young man, and I believe this is really going to cement his legacy, because I thought that all the doubters would have disappeared after the first fight, but obviously that weren't the case. So, you know, a lot of people know what they're talking about, know what Tyson did in Dusseldorf, but a lot of other people, you know, you can tell they think it was a fluke. So, you know, for Tyson, I feel like he's already a legend of the sport for actually going into Vladimir Klitschko's backyard and ripping the belts off him. So, but I think he'll cement his legacy with this fight and the next few fights.
What do we take notice of Tyson Fury? He says he hates boxing.
Yeah.
He says he hopes Vladimir knocks him out. He says he doesn't care whether he wins or loses on July 9th. Is that at the time, is Tyson thinking that? Is he playing with the media? What?
I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that, you know, Tyson's explained himself many times that he's either one way or the other. He's either all out and disciplined and he stays on it and he does what's necessary, or he lets himself go. And when he's on it, when he's disciplined, when he's going into, you know, when he's going into full fight mode, it's hard what he pushes himself through. So no one's gonna, you know, if you do it the way he does it, no one's gonna actually love what they're doing, because it's hard, because he's really disciplined around his food, and you know, with Peter, you know, Peter just doesn't leave no stone unturned. He trains him, you know, like a Trojan. So he's not going to like it while he's doing it. It's impossible for him to like it. He's got to go through what he's doing to put him into the position where he takes Klitschko out on July 9th. So, you know, it's one of them. If you took Tyson away from boxing for a while, he would absolutely love boxing, because he loves it. He does love it. He's very knowledgeable about it. He watches everything, he reads everything, and he's got an opinion on everything in boxing. So I don't think it's so much boxing. It's just the hard gruel he has to go through, because that's it. As he said, he's not prepared to do what Klitschko does all year round. He's not prepared to, you know, be on a whatever macrobiotic diet or whatever for 12 months of the year. He's gonna enjoy himself, and then he's gonna really put himself through a serious training regime, which is going to be hard and going to be painful. And that's it. When you catch him on days like today, where he's eating well, he's training well, and he's got all this to deal with as well, you're going to get answers like that, because there's going to be days where he really does hate it.
This fight in the UK will be shown on Box Nation. The first fight was shown on Sky.
Yeah.
What does it come down to? Because obviously we've heard Eddie Hearn say that Sky couldn't commit to that date before the Joshua fight. You wanted to know and get it done before then. Is that how it was?
Listen, it's rubbish, to be fair, because we had a decent offer off for Sky, so there was going to be a date change. We didn't push the situation with a date change. We was happier and in a better place with the Box Nation deal. We just felt that they were more passionate and more committed to it, and really believed that this was the best fight out there, and they wanted it. And plus, you know, the truth of the matter is, and this is the truth, Box Nation weren't ramming down our throats another promoter to promote the event or to put the undercard on. So, you know, at the end of the day, Burnt Bunt and ourselves are promoting the show. And we're going to put together an undercard that we feel is right. So that weren't the main reason, but that obviously will always have an impact on things. So it was a great deal. You know, Frank and Bill put a fantastic deal on the table, and are really passionate about making this the super fight that it is. So fair play to them.
I don't pay for my Box Nation, so I've got it for free anyway. I'll be there anyway, so that's really relevant. But no, it's good. It's like I said, it's a fight like this. The scale it's on, like I said, to boxing fans, they just want to see the fights being shown and being made. So the politics that sort of surround certain things is of no interest to other people. Obviously, it is of interest to people like you, Mick, but people just want to see the fight, don't they, ultimately? And that's what we're going to have on July the 9th. So
yeah, definitely. And look, you know, no one wants to see monopolies. It's healthy to have great competition, and I'm pleased that Box Nation are in the frame for super fights. They've cleaned up recently, haven't they, with Khan Canelo and now Tyson versus Vlad, so they're doing something right.
We know that Barry McGuigan has got some dates for Channel 5 now. I think they start their first one on May 14th with Lee Haskins' IBF title defence. Two questions really. What's your take on that, and also where are you in a sort of broadcast position? Obviously, we know that Tyson Fury will be on Box Nation, but you have had a long-term association with Channel 5, successful one as well. So, yeah, where does that stand now?
Well, I'm at the point now where I'm looking to do, you know, the next broadcast deal that I do, I'm looking to do, you know, a really big deal, because you need to be in a position. It's hard sometimes to actually build fighters and not have, you know, when they cross over, not have a platform to put them on. So, you know, sometimes you can feel like you're treading water, and you know, beforehand, you know, if you built a fighter up, you'd either have that fighter poached on you, or you'd go to look to do it pay-per-view, and then, you know, they prefer to do it with someone of their preferred choice. So, you know, you're running the gauntlet. You're building fighters, and you're doing the right thing by everyone. But then you know, you've got to put too much trust in situations, and it's easy for people not to be honourable in them sort of situations. So I'm working on some big things at the moment, and I'm looking to do some really exciting things in sport. But right now, all my attention and all my time is on Tyson, because that in itself at the moment is a full-time job. So I'm quite happy where it's at.
Just want to talk about some other of your fighters. Obviously, good to be seeing more and more pictures of Nick Blackwell. I think he was in the gym, or visited the gym recently. I saw a picture.
Yeah.
But although he's announced his retirement, it's good to see him sort of in the state that he's in now.
Yeah, I mean, Nick's in a fantastic place right now. It's not something I'd go into detail, because I was with him the other weekend down in Bath. Spent a bit of time with him, and you know, I'm delighted where he's at. But I'm really, there's gonna be a time where you know, Nick's gonna actually talk to the public, and I think that's the only right thing to do, really, because there's been a lot of people out there that have been, what's the word? They've been looking for publicity on the back of Nick, and you know, pure opportunism, and you know, that's rubbed me up the wrong way, and it's rubbed the family up the wrong way, really. So, as much as I'd like to talk about certain things right now with Nick, I'm going to save it, because I want everyone to hear it from him, because you know, it'd be special when they do.
Okay. What's the situation with Lenny Dawes and the rematch with Neoso?
That's something I am waiting to place at the moment. So we've got until the end of July to do it. So I'm looking to place a date with that.
Obviously the last one was back in December.
Yeah.
Where was it again? I was there.
It was in Cole Shorten.
Cole Shorten, that's it. Cole Shorten, that's it. Not my neck of the woods, but it was over there. So should expect to hear news imminently, Mick.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna have to have that nailed down within, I would say, the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Back in Cole Shorten?
Went down well in Cole Shorten, actually.
It was alright.
It seems
it was
like,
alright.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it there. And what I didn't realise is it seems like there's been a lack of pro boxing. I know amateur boxing is pretty big around them areas, but there seems to have been a lack of pro boxing, and it went down really well. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we went back there.
Okay, and also we're obviously waiting the return of Kid Galahad, who should feature this summer, hopefully, somewhere.
Yep, we're looking to place him at the moment. So definitely, he's obviously going to have to ease back into things, and but you know, with Barry, he's never left the gym. He's so dedicated. It's untrue. He's been travelling all around the world sparring top fighters. He's made use of that 2 years. You know, someone like Barry will come back an even better fighter when people will have expected him to deteriorate. So yeah, very, very excited about his return.
Exciting times, like I said, he's been out I think about a year and a half now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So good to see him back. Can you name two fighters, Mick, that have fought on Sky, Box Nation and Channel 5?
Sky, Box Nation and Channel 5? Yeah, of course I can. Well, I can certainly name one, obviously Tyson.
3. I thought of another.
Yeah, Huey's obviously done it.
Yes. 4 then. I'm thinking of 2 others.
Let me think. So Lenny's been on Channel 5, Lenny's been on Sky, but he hasn't been on Box Nation. It's not jumping straight out of me. Nick Blackwell's been on Channel 5, he's been on Sky.
Don't think he's been on... Oh, hang on.
What was he for? Billy Joe?
Billy Joe on. That would have been Box Nation, wouldn't it?
There you go.
Still a couple of others screaming out.
Yeah. Who was you going to say?
I was just trying to think, and then the first 2 names I come up with were Eubank.
Yeah. Yeah.
And DeGale.
Yeah.
DeGale, Box Nation, then Channel 5 and then Sky. Actually, Sky, Box Nation, Channel 5, back to Sky again. So
yeah, there's about 6 by the sounds of it.
I know. I thought 2 or 3. Absolutely pointless conversation, Mick, but I just... yeah. I think Eubank will be the first one to have probably done the first 3 and then gone to the next 3 and then come back to the 3 and then...
Yeah. I think he has, yeah. So Lenny's only missed Box Nation, hasn't he? You never know. We might have to put that right.
Just for the sake of this pointless conversation, get him on something, yeah. All right, well, listen, Mick, like I said, we're going to shortly depart. Just show people lovely Cologne. You can't see it from here, but...
You can see the river from there, can't you?
Yeah, if I just turn that down, there you go. People can see a little bit of it there. Yeah. I'm sure it's a nice place here. We've obviously just come out, but I'm sure it's a very scenic and lovely place.
And by chance, we happen to be on the same flight going back as
Yeah,
well. So
the time was going back to Gatwick, Mick.
I've changed to an earlier flight.
So, all right, Mick Hennessy, thank you very much for talking to Eiffel TV, and like I said, I'll hopefully catch up with you in due course.
Cheers, KUGAN.
Cheers, mate.